Welcome to Tapestry Feminine Collective podcast. Join us as we weave a new legacy of feminine leadership with voices from visionary women around the world. I'm your host, Arlia Hoffman. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Tapestry Feminine Collective podcast, and I'm your host, Arlia Hoffman. And today I am joined by Jacqueline Robinson, who I will introduce in a moment. I just wanted to recap for you. We've talked about the spirit of indigo, the energy of weaving, the energy of artistry. And today we're talking about the Aquarian Age. In Jacqueline's own words, she says the signature and intention of Tapestry Feminine Collective is layered upon the encoded energetic foundation of, as we've discussed, artistry, community, divinity, Aquarian age, seeding, and wealth. We are weaving the threads of a new embodiment, expression, and connection on our planet through feminine energy and creation. Together, the presenters, council, and creators of Tapestry are the harbingers of these energetics, both within ourselves and our body of work, and through the weaving of these nuances within and between our collaboration. Tapestry is a harbinger of Aquarian frequencies, uplifting the unique signatures of women in community, love, creation, and expression of life. Welcome back, Jacqueline Robinson.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thrilled to have you here. And one thing we're going to talk about today is the theme of the Aquarian energies. Tell us what that is, what that means within you, and why that's a foundational piece of Tapestry.
It always brings to mind, like I remember being young and I think it was an ABC after school special where somebody played the piano and one of the songs was, "This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius."
We can have a sing along.
We can all have a little karaoke time here on the Women's Agency. That is what always is right there in my mind. And when I speak to somebody about the Aquarian energetics, it's also what they hear. It's beautiful. Speaking of weaving, that's a little bit of a weave between us that although we may not all comprehend the energetics of what's happening, we understand the age of Aquarius is very significant. And first of all, before I speak about Aquarian energetics within Tapestry, I just want to highlight, illuminate, shine light on what, to me, I'm speaking about with Aquarian energetics. What I know unequivocally and have lived in my life. And if you don't know my story, you can go to my website, JacquelineLRobinson.com. You produced a podcast for me, The Intimate Feminine. I've written about it. My life in the last 7 years, really, since right after I met you, Arlia, we've spoken of this, rapidly went through major transition. And on this side of it, whether it has been my body of work, the way that I have parented and how I have viewed being a mother, the energy of being wife, which I walked away from on all levels, what it means to be in my marriage, and how I, as an individual, choose to partner with and co-create in the world. All of these facets of my life have been alchemized by the energy of this Aquarian age. I sense the Aquarian age, which is the next 2,500 years. We are the babies. We humans on the planet now, we are the first ones to walk the planet, to be on the earth in these energies. If you stretch out the timeline from the beginning of our humanity to the potential for its end, and you zoom in on where we are right now, actually, before you zoom in, look from afar. We're a tiny dot. But then zoom in, and what you'll see in the age that is Aquarius is that we're barely in it. If Aquarius is this beautiful aquamarine color from beginning to end, we're in a little bit of the turquoise coming out of Pisces, which feels to me very watery. That means I use that language in the Tapestry Feminine Collective descriptors of we are the harbingers. In high school, we had a new Christian school formed by our church. We were following the template of what you include in that. And our yearbook, I was on the yearbook committee, and the question was, what do we name it? Everybody had cool names for their yearbook. I think the first school I was in prior to this was the Omega. And we named ours the Harbinger. And we named it the Harbinger because the meaning of Harbinger is, and I feel like I remember, but I don't guarantee you, that it literally was as a bird coming in and being ahead of the flock. It's the first one to come in and relay the message, the first one to carry it, to seed it, to live it. It's a sign of things to come. Tapestry Feminine Collective is a sign of things to come. A harbinger, the first bird from the flock to fly in and say things are different. The landscape, the environment, the climate, whether that's energetic or literal, has changed. And so we are the harbingers speaking to you and saying everything has changed in the energetic frequency, and it's beginning to settle down upon the planet. Some aspects of that change are, in the age of Pisces, it was a lot about who you are as an individual and your freedom and your independence and rebelling against the system, as well as religion and Jesus and Christianity and conforming. Both of those at either ends of the spectrum. As we come into Aquarius, these energies are quite different. We think of water with Aquarius, but it is actually air. And the context in which that is changing us, evolving us as humans, means we spoke in another conversation about, I don't remember which one, Arlia, but it was about the air we breathe. Weaving, I might have been that one. The air that we are running through our systems now has a different signature. We talked about signature in the artistry conversation. The signature is changed. The air element, to me, on a very real level, air is up in the mind, right? It's your thoughts. But if we stretch that, more of our divine brain intelligence is available to us. And it must be accessed, in this case, through artistry in your signature. It must be shared through your weaving. And the third element of that, you'll notice there's a synchronicity here in the trinities. The third element of that is that it's very innovative. So in some ways, it's new air we are breathing. The physicality happening around this age of Aquarius is that old ways are breaking, whether that's in our marriage, in our money, in our politics, in our way of doing life. Hello, COVID. It disrupted what we believed and knew. We didn't know any different. It was our normal. How many times since COVID have you heard or read the new normal? Because it changed. It changed. That's part of the Aquarian Energetics. Change. Evolution that is happening, again, if we zoom out and look at the timeline, intense, massive, touching every part of our life, evolution is happening right now. Just as we learned about in school and read about in the history books how humans evolved and the planet evolved and animals evolved, consciousness and the way it must be activated, lived, expressed, shared on our planet is in massive evolution. Right now, right as we live and breathe, we are the people of history. I have written on my page, we are the modern ancient ones. We are the forefathers and the foremothers of the Aquarian energetics. Along with those Aquarian energetics, as I said, the old is crumbling. So that means there's destruction, there's disruption, there's an inability to just do it like you always did. It won't work to follow the plan and do the right thing, and you get to the end and wah, there's a pot of gold. Instead, we must be authentic in a way we have never been. We must live our true signature, not only in the safety and the comfort and the security of our homes, but it wants to move and weave into the world. It wants to be seen and known and felt and shared. Aquarius is about community, coming together, finding solutions together, not Democrat or Republican, humans, people, finding ways to create innovation that provides movement and solution for now, not forever. And so it's individual as in what is your signature? It is collective community. The feminine loves communion. She loves to commune. It comes into the collective as, I see your beautiful individuality. I love your signature. I recognize it. I receive it. I honor it. And how does your signature and mine come together and serve the greater good? That very strand of Aquarian energies is woven into the Tapestry Feminine Collective. It includes innovation in ways that we do our life. It brings the mystical. Pisces time opened the mystical through religion and New Age spirituality and people coming together with the guru and in a community or a commune, many ways. And we also see many ways that became corrupted and could not sustain. Now we are coming together with innovation through the true expression of our soul. Nobody else to tell us how. I will promise you this. Not one presenter in the Tapestry Feminine Collective, and that includes myself in anything I share with you, tell you how to be. We cannot tell you the right way. What we are doing is creating a portal. The analogy I've used many times is imagine yourself walking into this gorgeous room with a table set out just for you where you can sit. There maybe is candlelight, a setting for two or more, you choose. And centered in this room is this gorgeous oval, beautifully, luxuriously laid out buffet of everything you love to taste or see or feel, music that moves you, and some that you don't know. But every single piece was put there for you, and you can select. You don't even have to have it all. You can say, no thanks to that, but this I love, and I'd like seconds, actually. That's what Tapestry is offering you. Not your answers, your possibilities. New ways for you to live and breathe and love and create and express and move through your world. We need that. In an earlier conversation with Arlia, I said, we need you. This is what I'm talking about. Not we, me, and Arlia and the other women. We, the planet Earth. Humans, your children and grandchildren and their grandchildren need your signature. You're here now on purpose, with purpose. And it's not about going up into the ashram and taking time away from your everyday life so that you can have peace and quiet and be in a place where God can find you. That is lovely. But I will tell you this. The divine instruction now is go be in the world. Bring your soul and your gifts and your being and your wisdom and your art and your divinity and again, your heart and your love into the world. Do not be fooled that Aquarius is air and we relate air to the mind. Aquarius is coming for your heart. I spoke about my own signature of energy and how I've had stops and starts and go and don't and copy and it's failing. I've looked for this expression of art and the power required to fuel it in other partners and collaborators. And what it taught me is that I have to first stand in my own. And part of my artistry and signature is to then offer the invitation for others to stand on their own beside me so that we are separate and together. Tapestry is a feminine collective. Every woman has her own feminine signature. We are coming together to amplify, transmit, sing, paint, speak, write, weave, create, love that onto the planet through our togetherness. I also believe that the Aquarian Energetics are ushering in, and we are part of this, a form of renaissance, meaning art, healing, wisdom, all forms of the arts, however that may translate to you, are imperative. It's no longer about the corporation and the big guy and just the business structures for profit. The wealth that Tapestry is weaving through the energy of Aquarius is for all. Collective. That is why I am birthing Tapestry Feminine Collective through an experience in November. Because my service to the planet is to broadcast these energetics and to call in and stand beside every woman who receives the transmission, and to honor and uplift her as she sends out her own. That is my why. Tapestry Feminine Collective will touch every woman whose life is in transition. And frankly, I think that's every woman in one form or another. It's for every woman who says, I want to be connected. I want community. I know that being in the presence of other women, I become more. I feel her love and my love comes alive. I see her beauty and my beauty radiates. I witness her artistry and I desire to weave my own. For every woman, I don't make statements of I promise or I am certain, and I find myself in these conversations doing exactly that. And I am certain that if you are listening and something is bubbling, tingling, just even a little bit humming, nagging was the word I heard, but it's not how I want to define it. But that may be the word for some of you. It's nagging at you. Tapestry is for you. There's a place for you. There's an expression for you. And there is something new coming through these Aquarian energetics that you are here to seed and birth. And I need it. The women of the Tapestry Feminine Collective need it. And every human on this planet now, before us and after us, needs it. We are all in this together. This experience coming in November is that beautifully laid out buffet offering to you as your personal invitation. What will you answer?
Thank you, Jacqueline. If this has called to you, or it's stirring in you, visit the Tapestry Feminine Collective website, tapestryfemininecollective.com. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. We would love to have you. And as Jacqueline said, your presence and your contribution are vital. Thank you for joining us. This is Arlia Hoffman with the Women's Agency. Go be in the world. Thank you for joining us. Visit tapestryfemininecollective.com for more information about events and all our podcast episodes. We'll see you soon.